Hello, church family. Today is Wednesday, January 27th. Thank you for watching this video. I have some things to share. It's very exciting to be in church this past weekend because we've been seeing more and more folks feeling comfortable to come back to worship, and that's great. College students, for the most part, have returned as well. So church this past Sunday was very full. That's exciting. And it's also a challenge because in the 11 o'clock service, it was very full in the sanctuary and very full in our North Worship Center. Now, all of that to say this, we don't want to get to a point where visitors would come and not feel like we have room or that they're welcome. So we spent some time in our staff meeting yesterday to decide how can we provide ways for folks to have the room to come and worship. So we made a decision, and I need to explain it a little bit. We have decided to add another row this coming weekend to the seating capacity in our sanctuary. And what that means is that we're going to reduce the space between the rows by about 6 inches. There's still plenty of space, almost 6 feet now, between the rows, but what we experienced this past weekend was while you had space in this direction, you were sitting right next to the people here and here. So by adding another row, we're going to be adding about 50 chairs on the floor in the sanctuary, and we hope that that allows for a little bit more spacing in between groups in a row. It'll also provide additional seating for those who want to come. We'll add some additional chairs in the North Worship Center as well, but if you're able to attend the 9:30 service, that would help. There's more space in the 9:30 service, although that was well attended to. But certainly in both of those services, we have room for you, and we hope that you feel comfortable in coming. This past Sunday, we also began the mask-only service at 8:15, a much more cautious service. It was great to see many folks that we haven't seen in months. They felt comfortable coming back, and I think if you were able to talk to them, they would tell you they felt very safe in that environment. I talked about the mask-only service in last week's video, so you can check that out if you need more information. I encourage you that if you have those cautions, it's still great to come back and assemble and worship together, and I encourage you to check out the 8:15 service. Also, not only were our worship services well attended this past weekend, but our life groups experienced a surge of attendance, and that was great. I just want to encourage you, if you haven't become part of a life group, a small group, it's really important to do that. That's one of the best ways that we can care for one another and encourage one another. You still may not feel comfortable meeting live and in person, but many of our life groups are meeting live and Zooming at the same time, and some of our life groups are still just Zooming. If you can Zoom into a life group, that's a great option as well. And I encourage you to consider Zooming into a life group so you can be a part of a small group ministry. We're going to be doing a special business meeting on Sunday evening, February the 14th. At this business meeting, we're going to be sharing more information about what we've been talking about for the last couple months, doing outdoor worship services this coming spring and summer. So in order to do outdoor services, we have to do some facility changes so that we can have platforms and sound and video and everything. So there's some cost involved. We want to share with you information about what we're thinking that's going to look like. We're not going to make any final decisions. We want just to get that information to you so that you can be praying about it. And then as we get finalized information, then we'll come back, have another business meeting, and get the final approval. So all that to say, encourage you to put on your calendars February the 14th, 6 p.m. If you can be here live, great. If you want to Zoom that meeting, we will be Zooming that business meeting as well. So whether you want to Zoom the business meeting or a life group, you need the codes, right? So you can contact Morgan, our church admin. It's best to contact her by email. So her email is info@daytonav.org. And she can get you that information about how to connect with Zoom life groups or the business meeting as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope your week is going well. We love you. We're praying for you. Please don't hesitate to call. God bless you this week and stay safe.